Hello and welcome to the Garblino Club Angler of the Year. If you're wondering why we stood in the tackle shop, it's because 140 people have just had the draw and it's raining like hell out there, so we're diving for cover. I've been joined today by the UK General Manager of Garblino, Darren Cox, very good friend of mine. This event goes from strength to strength, doesn't it?
Fantastic, isn't it?
I mean, we've had 355 entries this year, which represents, according to my calculator yesterday, 13% increase on last year.
Yeah.
Last year it went up 10%, so it continues to grow. How do you feel about it?
It's great news. I mean, it just shows that the event is what these club anglers want, and it's great. You see quite a few of these guys year in year out, and there's more and more of them, and it's wonderful to see the huge club developing out of all these clubs nationwide. It's great to see.
We've got 355 clubs entered, I think, this year. Now today we're at Tunnel Barn Farm. We've got 140 anglers here. We've used the whole complex, Darren. I mean, you know the stretch. Sorry, you know the complex much better than I do. How do you think this match is going to go? Because last week I was really looking forward to it because it was up to about 14 degrees. Now it's suddenly dropped to sort of 3 degrees overnight.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going to go?
Well, unfortunately the weather is going to take its toll, I would think, on the fishing. But there's a lot of fish feeding now, and up until even yesterday, I know they were catching fish on all the lakes. But what is going to be a problem today, there's going to be a lot of people probably foul-looking fish. There'll be fish in the swim, they'll be putting bait in. You put a little bit too much bait in, you get terrible problems. So you just got to, these guys got to be really considering the temperature. The fish will be there, but it's just cut back. I would imagine a qualifying weight needs to be probably 45 to 50 pounds still. Be a good weight.
Cracking, mate.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with the format of this event, we've got 3 different qualifiers. We've got one at Tunnel Barn Farm today. Then we move on to Gold Valley for the southern round. Then we go to Lindholm Lakes for the northern qualifier. And the format is that the top 12 anglers from each event will go forward to a final on June the 10th at Barston Lakes. So there's a lot to play for. I mean, I think the qualifiers could come from a variety of lakes today, don't you?
I think you'll see that definitely. I would love to be on canal pegs sort of 1 to 6. It'd be a great place, but you've got to be mindful as well of the wind today. There's terrible wind, and we're talking about F1s. We're talking about fickle feeding fish. You're talking about getting really good presentation. It's all those things, and a guy who's on not such a good peg, but in a good peg out of the wind where he can present the bait right, feed it properly, see those tiny little indications that are lift ups and that they're actually bites. He could be 20-30% better off than on a better peg if you've got that cover.
Well, I think we need to get our brollies out and venture outside now, so enjoy the match. Well, despite the weather, it's been a really good match today. Very, very close weights. Looking at the list here, 12th place has been taken with £42.6. An unlucky man in 13th with £42.5, so he'll be hoping that someone drops out for the final. But really close weights right the way through, lots of 40s and 50s. And culminated in match winner Richard Noakes' £63.10. Richard's joined me now just to have a chat about the match, so you've had a great day.
Yeah, it's been great, apart from the weather.
Yeah. Just talk me through how you fished. Did you fancy your peg when you drew it?
To be honest, I didn't really know anything about that pool. Been coming practising, but drawn on all the other pools, so I didn't really know. Made a few inquiries this morning and they said it was a reasonable area, so you've always got a fancy.
So how did you go about sort of setting up for you? You didn't. Was the pool you were on?
Top pool.
Top pool number
27.
You were in a sort of corner, weren't you there?
Yeah, in the corner. There was no peg to my left.
So how did you decide? How did you go about planning what to do?
Well, with the wind and everything, I just decided to fish short, top 4, a couple of edge swims, and maybe a 8 metre line if I was struggling short.
Right.
But it didn't turn out that way, so I caught them all off one line.
Okay, and what bait?
4mm pellets, fed dampened micro pellets.
Yeah, through a little pot.
Through a little pot, yeah.
Excellent. And have you caught fish all the way, really, or has it been stop-start as it's...
Had a quiet spell midway through, still could get a few bites though, but it wasn't like it was to start with, but then they came back.
Excellent. So you're through to the final now at Barston. Did you fish
Main
there?
thing. A couple of times, yeah.
Should be a good final, I think. I mean, last year we had a few problems with the water quality leading up to it, but that's all sorted out now, so you'll be looking forward to that one.
Definitely.
And hopefully a share of the 10 grand's worth of kiss in the final.
It'd be nice.
Well, it's been a great day. I've really enjoyed being here, watching these lads in action. I'm sure a lot of anglers are going to go away from this particular match cursing 1 or 2 lost fish. I mean, I gave you the £42.5 in 13, but there's a heap of anglers that are stuck on 30s that are going to go away thinking if only they'd landed those couple of fish. It's the start of what we think is going to be a great series of fish-offs. Next we move on to Gold Valley, then we're off to Lindholm, and then we're in the final at Barston. So stay tuned, and hopefully the next one will be just as good as this one. See you soon. Well done, mate.
Thank you very much. Thank you.